So hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah of Horror. Here I review movies, TV shows, and other things I find interesting to talk about. So if that's your thing, don't forget to subscribe. But okay, so today as promised, I will be talking about The Monkey. Yeah, I've been so excited to watch the film because I have the short story at home, the book, and I read it many years ago. And when I heard they were making that into a film, especially by Oscar Perkins, I was super excited. Seeing a horror film in the cinema is always fun and special to me, no matter if I think it's good or bad. And also, it's St. Patrick's Day's weekend. Me and Butler here are celebrating all weekend. We always celebrate St. Patrick's Day hard. But yeah, let's get to the review. So, The Monkey. It's from 2025. It's directed by Oscar Perkins, starring Theo James, Tatiana Maslany, Christian Conway, Colin O'Brien, Elijah Wood, and Osgood Perkins himself. So in this one, we have these twin brothers. So Bill and Hal. They discover their father's toy monkey when they are going through the attic, and they see that and they're, very intrigued, fascinated, because who wouldn't be, especially with how this monkey looks in this film. And then suddenly, gruesome deaths start to happen around town. And then later, they decide to throw the monkey away. Life goes on, and then they kind of drift apart as they are getting older. So yeah, I wished I had reread this short story before watching this, because I barely remember anything from the book, but I do believe that the monkey, he had like these symbols. This like it. Yeah, instead of the drumstick that is in this one, he had like, I don't know if it's called symbols, but in Swedish it's symboler. That he kind of does this thing when someone is supposed to die. But yeah, I am also glad that they kind of changed the look of the monkey in this film a little bit, because I think it works so well. Like the intensity in the toy monkey's eyes, it's so good. It really drew me in. And the drumstick, when waiting for the drumstick to kind of fall, ooh, that is some good suspense, some good tension created there. And also, this movie was way funnier than I expected it to be. I mean, this is almost like a really dark comedy, a kind of fast-paced dark comedy where things go from 0 to 100 in kind of ridiculous. And I wasn't really expecting that, but it's also Oscar, and he has a certain directing type and making, really mood pieces. If you have seen Longlegs, for example, and Black Coat's Daughter, you kind of know what to expect. So I was expecting something very special from him when he took upon himself to direct a Stephen King story. And the deaths in this one, they are both hilarious, over the top, and gory. And I love that, because they can like happen anytime, any place where the monkey is involved. And in the way that they happen, in what order, and like the people dying, and they had to have a lot of funerals. That was so hilarious. I was laughing throughout the entire film almost, because of how ridiculous it is. But it was also fun. So I was enjoying myself a lot. So yes, I do like the story. It's cuckoo, crazy, bananas. Haha. But yeah, I mean, if you're not expecting this to be a dark comedy, or if you're expecting like a kind of serious horror film, then this will probably not be for you. So I can understand people who might be put off by this type of dark humor. But it's okay. But it kind of spoke to me. I I was laughing a lot. And I have to say, like, the opening sequence was probably my favorite thing in the film. because we already had like a lot of suspense there, and just the kill scenes were so good. And we get presented with the monkey there. We get to know the monkey, so to speak. Yeah, weird to say about a toy, but yeah, we do get to know the monkey, so to speak. And yeah, it's just bananas from there. And it also feels kind of like a Final Destination type of movie due to how some of the kills were made. Kind of felt like it was the universe, the monkey sending something to the universe, and the universe was like, you know what, I got this. Let's make it happen. Okay, let's collab. And then we got all these quirky deaths, which are so much fun. But then we also get really good performances, like by Tatiana and Theo. And I was like, oh, where do I know her from? And then it hit me, oof, she's Hulk. She-Hulk in her, TV show. So I was like, yeah, that's her. And I was very happy. But I think she did a really good job in this one. So did most of the actors. And it was also fun to see Osgood himself in a small part. Fun part, but small part. So yeah, we do have a lot of mix of actors in this one. And I think that they work so well together. Yeah, the best part about this is the ridiculousness, is just the kookiness and the deaths, which just, they are sudden, they are in your face, and they are just like, what? And I love that. But sometimes we got a little bit more questions than answers in some scenes regarding certain things. And you know what? I was like, that's fine. I'll leave it at that. Not everything, I guess, has to be explained. But some explanations would be just a little bit, okay, thank you. Thank you. And I also like the climax, the ending. Also just how absurd, like, the climax was. Because the entire time we want the answer to a specific question, and then when we get it, we're like, what? Like, what? No. And yeah, at least I was like that. I was like, but what? Yeah. So that was the motivation. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. But yeah, I mean, the toy monkey, the look of it, perfection. Every time that was in frame, I was super happy, and I found it so aesthetically pleasing just to look at, even though we know what that toy monkey does. But in spite of that, I couldn't take my eyes off it, and I wanted to see it more. Like, every time they were filming it from front, behind, whatever, I was like, oh, looks so good. But yeah, I'm definitely thinking about rereading the short story. Maybe in 2 weeks or something like that, just to see how different it is, because it is a short story. So I think they had to add probably a lot of things. It kind of felt that, but I could be wrong because I don't really remember. But yeah, that's the feeling I got. They had to add some stuff to fill it up with however this story could continue, from what I remember. But yeah, I will reread it and maybe do an updated comment or something like that. But yeah, it's definitely a memorable film, and yeah, I will be remembering these death scenes for sure. And as I said, I'm glad it kind of feels like a Final Destination-esque type of film, even though we know who's behind this all. But just the way that the deaths are designed, so to speak. So, what do I give the monkey? I'm giving it a 8 out of 10. So an 8 out of 10 to the monkey. Probably gave it an 8 instead of 7 because of the humor and how hard I laughed at certain things. But I, of course, want to know your opinions in the comments below, so make sure to make your opinions clear and known, because I really want to know. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, of course, and happy St. Patrick's Day. And if you're celebrating, which is your favorite Irish beer if you drink beer? Let me know in the comments below. You can also comment something green. That would be perfect for the algorithm, of course. And subscribe if you haven't. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.